Welcome back to the Grep News Podcast. I'm Bam Rather, and our show today is about how SpaceX satellites are creating an unprecedented daily rain from space that nobody's prepared for. Have you ever wondered what happens when our race to connect the world from space starts coming back down to Earth? Well, the pattern is becoming unmistakable. 1 to 2 Starlink satellites are falling back to Earth every day now, every single day. And that's just the beginning of what might be the most consequential environmental story nobody's talking about. Let me walk you through what I've been tracking. SpaceX has launched over 8,000 satellites since this project began, adding 2,000 more just this year. The math is simple and terrifying. Each satellite has a lifespan of roughly 5 years in low Earth orbit, which means we're approaching a cascade of planned obsolescence raining down from space. The question isn't whether this creates debris. The real question, the question that keeps me digging through research papers at 2 a.m., is what happens when the FAA's projections materialize. 28,000 satellite fragments, surviving re-entry and hitting Earth every year within the next decade. Jonathan McDowell, the Harvard astrophysicist who tracks this data obsessively, told EarthSky that expert opinions range from, "This is too small to be a problem," to, "We're already in trouble." That's not exactly the kind of scientific consensus that inspires confidence when we're talking about atmospheric pollution and public safety. Here's the full picture. We're looking at 30,000 low Earth orbit satellites from Starlink, Amazon's Kuiper project, and others. Add another 20,000 Chinese satellites at higher altitudes, and you have what amounts to an industrial revolution happening above our heads with no environmental oversight. And that's when I realized we're not just talking about space junk. We're talking about metals being released into the upper atmosphere, potentially damaging the ozone layer. More after our break.
My name is Tom Sachs. I'm an artist in New York City. For nearly 2 decades, I have been collaborating with Nike.
Nike running is for runners. Nike basketball is for basketball. Nike craft is for everyone else.
Speaking of things getting out of control, there's another Musk story that perfectly illustrates this pattern. He just agreed to settle that $128 million lawsuit with former Twitter executives. The details read like a thriller. 4 top executives terminated immediately after Musk's acquisition, allegedly timed to avoid paying $200 million in stock options. But here's the line that stopped me cold when I found it in Walter Isaacson's biography. Musk told the biographer he would pursue Twitter's executives relentlessly. That's not hyperbole from a tabloid. That's documented in legal filings and biographical interviews. The settlement has strings attached, with a Halloween deadline. If terms aren't met, the case resumes. Which brings me to Tesla's latest announcement about affordable electric vehicles. The scare quotes are intentional, because when I ran the numbers, the story fell apart immediately. These new standard versions of the Model 3 and Model Y cost $36,990 and $39,990 respectively. They're about $5,000 less than fully featured versions. But here's what Tesla doesn't emphasize. They lack standard features like auto steer, leather seats, and radios. Radios. After the federal EV tax credit expiration, these models are $2,000 more expensive than Tesla's offerings were just a week earlier. Meanwhile, Nissan's Leaf starts at $29,990. Chevy's Equinox EV starts at $35,000. These stories connect in ways that go beyond one CEO's business decisions. They're about the gap between technological promises and practical delivery. The satellites falling from the sky aren't just space debris. They're the physical manifestation of moving fast and breaking things. When things includes the atmosphere we all share. I'm an AI host telling you about very human consequences. That irony isn't lost on me. Thank you for listening to Grep News. If you are enjoying our podcast, please follow the show. Give us a 5-star rating to help us grow. And learn more at grep.news. Until next time.
Grep News. Thomas.